We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's the finale of this three-game series between the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox attempt to break out the brooms in this three-game series right after this. Rick Porcello gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Settling in now, Jose Altuve. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First offering on its way. Underway now for Sunday Night Baseball as the first pitch is swung on and missed as we get the series finale underway. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Roll, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good.
Oh, look at this sliding stop. It's in time.
Got it.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. First pitch coming. Here it is. Porcello has tossed more than 2,000 major league innings and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Porcello has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Stepping in, Jeff Bagwell. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. First pitch on its way.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3, and now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Larry Decker is on the mound for Houston in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Red Sox, the third baseman, Wade.
The pitch. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. And the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Fastball called strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting a tone, pounding the zone.
The 1-0. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. Line hard, but foul. Fouled away. The 1-2. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Full count now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Back on it is the left fielder, and it's gone into the monster seats. A solo home run there for Mookie. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
At the plate, Ted Williams. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
The 3-1 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Carl.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Carl Yastrzemski. He went deep in the contest last night. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, David Ortiz.
Into the box, David Ortiz. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball, that's it.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
That's a ball.
Decker, a 6'4" right-hander, is currently the leading vote getter among starting pitchers in the league, and quite deservedly so.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the All-Star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
Williams is off of first with 2 away. Swinging away and maybe a bit too anxious there. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. In now, Richard Hidalgo. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
Hidalgo.
First pitch on its way. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Well, today's game provides the Red Sox with the chance to complete a series sweep, guys.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
That's taken for a ball, and it's 1-1 now to the Astros right fielder. And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
That is it. The left fielder, Brent Berkman.
Now at the plate, Lance Berkman. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
The both Sox had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
It's very difficult to sweep teams nowadays, but jumping out to an early 1-run lead like they have in this one, they're certainly headed in the right direction.
The 1-1. Hits this one hard the other way, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time, work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field. Clearly, he's been putting in that work, and it paid off right there.
Stepping in now, Jimmy Wynn. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Wynn is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
The 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
In now, Cesar Cedeno, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at bat. Not much reason for it.
Hitters count. The pitch. This one's down to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Astros leave 1. They're down 1-0. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring forth the rookie outfielder, Fred Lynn.
Fred Lynn.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Ground ball, foul down the left side. Again, another foul ball.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Batting center, the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli.
Now at the plate, Rico Petrocelli comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Here's the pitch. And that misses inside, 1-0. Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. And he fouls this one off. Lays off the slider that time, 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Here it comes. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Another payoff pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Coming to the plate now, Carlton Fisk, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Reined in. Altuve for one. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step. Standing in, Dustin Pedroia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch.
That's the ball.
2 out with the man at first. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Red Sox leave one. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Count even now at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 2-2. Popped him up. Bonds in foul ground. He's got it 1 away. Now at the plate, Carlos Correa. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He's ready. Here's the first offering. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Bottom of the third now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Wade Boggs.
The third baseman, Wade Boggs.
First pitch of the at-bat. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will kick off the base of the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
He's set. Here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. Bagwell has it, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Ted Williams, trying to make it a 2-0 ball game by bringing home that runner from third. First pitch on its way.
Ball one.
The 1-0 home is outside for a ball.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
From the belt, the pitch. And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot, and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
And he misses again, ball 3.
This is a spot you'd like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
One out and a runner on third. Fouled away. Three-two pitch. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Ready for another chance? Carl Yastrzemski. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
So striding forward now, David Ortiz. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. drilled right back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. At the plate now, Fred Lynn. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Chopped up the line to first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to break.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year as the Red Sox break on top now 5-0.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be heading that way real soon if he can't keep the ball in the yard.
Into the box now, Rico Petrocelli. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 4 home runs and 5 driven in. The 1-0. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that 2-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
The 2-1. Count even at 2-2. Now the pitch. Half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We played 3 full. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Astros nothing. Leading off the inning, Alex Bregman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Counts even 1-1 to Alex Bregman. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Here's the pitch.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that 2-seamer has a mind of its own.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box, Jeff Bagwell, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
The right fielder, number 15, Richard Hidalgo.
To the plate now, Richard Hidalgo. He grounds it sharply to third. Pedroia relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch on its way. Carlton Fisk is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
And that's over. 3-1.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. A 1-0 delivery. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. The 1-1 pitch. And it's 1-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Wade.
Mike Hampton answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Mike Hampton.
So now to the plate, Wade Boggs. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Berkman moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out. So runners at first and second here with 1 away. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. He's set and the pitch. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
The next 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to short. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Astros offense with Houston's manager. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Leading off the inning, Lance Berkman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
There's Porcello back at it now as he gets ahead of the leadoff man. No balls and a strike. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Now in the box, Jimmy Wynn. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Standing in now, Cesar Cedeno, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. 1-2.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Here it comes. Unable to find the zone with the slider. Jason Castro would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. Line toward right center. And Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Ted Williams. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Weakly hit towards first. Scooped up, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carl Yastrzemski. Earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike taken. Good bender on the outside there.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
1 out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. Altuve to his right. He has it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in and looking for more, David Ortiz. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he lays off there. 1-0.
Count 1-0.
Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Striding into the box, Jason Castro. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-1 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
He likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 1-0 pitch. 1-1 to count. Has a look, now the pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
The 2-1 home.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
The 3-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Barehanded for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Jose Altuve. Here comes the first pitch.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
2-0 now. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And that's in there, 3-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Lynn will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Astros are down quietly. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Stepping up now, Fred Lynn. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping into the box, Rico Petrocelli. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
No balls and a strike to count. Petrocelli playing here in his age 26 season. This is his first year at the big league level. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two. Ball two. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
The batter.
Stepping in, Carlton Fisk. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. From the stretch. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats, foul. Another full count pitch home. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Seventh inning coming up. The Red Sox are out in front, 5-0. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
The pitch.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball hit high in the air out to center field. Lynn is right there, one down. Into the box now, Jeff Bagwell. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
In now, Richard Hidalgo. Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. There to get it is Pedroia. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Farrell gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Number 31.
Last half of the seventh here, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Line drive to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So that's how they'll start out their half of the seventh inning.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Into the box now, Wade Boggs, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Two and 1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Counts even 2-2 to Boggs. From the stretch. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Altuve for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Tailor-made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Here's Mookie Betts. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the first pitch to him. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
The 1-2.
2-2.
This pitch is popped up. Bagwell over to his right. And that's the 3rd out. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Boston's out in front, 5-0. Striding in once again, Lance Berkman. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
Now the Astros designated hitter, Jimmy Gwynn. First offering on its way.
0-1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
Into the box, Cesar Cedeno. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Runners on first with 1 down. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Stepping in now, Jason Castro, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. One and 1 to Jason Castro. A runner on first with 2 away. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Racing back the left fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. Third home run for him on the year. And it's now a 5-2 game.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Rick Porcello. So a good performance here in this one as he'll give a tip of the cap to the home crowd after he departs, yielding just 2 earned runs. Jonathan Papelbon is called upon with 2 out in the 8th as he's asked to complete a 4-out save.
Papelbon. The back,
Here's Carlos Correa now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. The Red Sox maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale. So if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In there, 2-1. Papelbon, a 25-year-old. He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all. Now the 2-1. Here's a pop-up now. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Line hard. Foul. Ripped down the first base line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Here it comes. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Astros plate 2 on the 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Astros 2. Don Wilson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And digging in is the outfielder, Ted Williams. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Struck him out.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
To the plate now, Carl Yastrzemski. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. David Ortiz waits on deck. One out, nobody on. Shot towards second, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
There's a danger of falling behind 3-0. You don't know which guys in the lineup outside the middle of the order are going to pull the trigger in a spot like that. He was one of them. 3-0, swinging the bat, aggressive hack, nice base hit.
So now to the plate, David Ortiz drilled on the ground to short, and a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
At the plate, Fred Lynn, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to right center field, his second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Yeah, Matty V. Well, D-Row, you kind of expect a high-scoring game with that green monster here at Fenway.
Yeah, it changes your whole mindset. Right center's out of the equation. Dead right field's out of the equation. Goes to 380 at its deepest part. Unless you want to hit one down to pesky pole, you're looking to pepper that green monster.
Russ Springer comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate now, Rico Porcelli as he rips it on the ground to second. And there are 2 away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlton Fisk. First delivery to him on the way. Strike taken up in the zone. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. But the Red Sox push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Astros, and this is now an 8-2 ball game. Set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping in the long ball threat, Jose Altuve.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
In now, Alex Bregman, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. The win would belong to Rick Porcello, barring any late excitement here. Bases are empty, one man out. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Jeff Bagwell, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A 1 pitch on its way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
The 1-2.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
Still 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in once again, Richard Hidalgo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
1-1, here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
The 3-1. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Struck him out, and the Red Sox finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4 outs saved. Job well done.
8-2 tonight's final. Both Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Rick Porcello with his 4th win this season. Larry Decker worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. Jonathan Papelbon records 4 outs on his way to the save, his 13th of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 8 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Astros, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.